Good evening, everyone. This is Joshua with Enjoy Distributors with another shoe repair video using Shoe Fix Glue. Yes. Today, this is a repair from my own home. Got lucky with this one. My roommate's sandals, as you can see, are coming off. Looks like the part that I just pulled off I have glued previously, but the front was not done, so I just removed the whole thing so that I can start over. Alright, let's see how quick we can get this done. So we're going to start by removing the cap, of course, for the nozzle. Check to make sure that it is clear. I can hear air moving in and out. Excellent. I would recommend wearing gloves, but I don't care. And the glue is generally non-toxic as long as it stays on the outside of your body. So don't eat it. It's not a good idea to eat it. All right, so I'm gonna put a small bead of glue, just like that. We're gonna loop around the whole thing and do a little zig in the middle to finish up. Okay, now we're going to align, set, hold in place. Almost. Keep that held for a few more seconds. There we go. Alright, front's good, back is pretty good. Alright, move to the other side. Oh, we got a straight up break in the foam, which was actually very lucky because we'll show you how well it works. So, I'm going to pull this down. I'm going to stick the nozzle in there. I'm going to put a couple drop of glue, swirl it around a little bit so it comes in contact with more surfaces, and then gently flex and press it together. I am now going to wipe the glue that is on the foot part that will come directly in contact with the foot out of the way, because when it dries hard it will be uncomfortable. So that's the only bad thing about our glue. Because it does dry very firm, it can be quite painful to step on. Alright, previous glue is still holding there, so we're going to apply a bead of glue around the edge, fill in the center a bit, and then press and hold. Now I do have my paper towel here because I put a little too much glue on the inside. So we're going to wipe this out of the way. There we go. And now that's good. Okay. And that one's done. I'm going to set that right there. Is that still on screen? It is still on screen. And now I'm going to do this one. Let's see, do we have any breaks? We do not have any breaks. Well, we got one that's starting right there. Generally nothing else. Got some of our glue right there. Glue's holding just fine. The fabric that the inside is made out of is falling apart. So, we're going to do there first. A little bit of glue. Definitely going to get it into that crack. And we're going to do a bit extra on the fabric, because the fabric will absorb quite a bit. There we go. And press and hold. Okay. So that will be fine. Now you might be wondering, why am I not testing these places that I'm gluing before I move on to the next? Because it's not really necessary. But also because it needs to finish drying before I can try to pull on it. And it takes 45 seconds to a minute to properly cure. There's some materials that it works on so fast that by the time you apply pressure, it's already adhered. Full cure still takes about an hour because it is a cyanoacrylate, but it is usable in less than 5 minutes. Usable almost immediately. Alright, popping that one off. There we go. Ugh. Gross. I have to wash my hands really well after this. I don't think he's ever cleaned these things. Okay. There we go. Alright. see the amount of glue we got there. I'm going to find the appropriate spot, press, and hold. Now I do have some glue on my fingers. I usually end up getting glue on my fingers. Again, I don't really care. I'm used to it at this point. But you gotta be careful, because things will adhere to you, and very quickly. I have glued myself to many a pair of shoes. So, okay. Here's the first. Nice and strong. Which side was split? It was here in the front. Alright, so the glue dried a bit too hard up here, and this split is still happening, so we're going to try that again. The rest of it is good. So, a little more glue, and we're talking just a drop, because since there's already adhesive there, it will have a much easier time gluing together. Okay, how about this one? Everything appears to be in place. Stick my hand in there, and yeah, good to go. Alright, so these are my roommate's Nike slides. He freaking loves them. It's the only one, it's one of 2 pairs of shoes that he will actually wear, because he's a little weird about his footwear. And they are all done. And these things, which would have had to have been thrown away, are now completed and are ready to go. Now, something that I haven't shown before in my videos, I believe, you see how this tip is a little thicker than it should be? That's because adhesive has dried on the inside of the top of the cap and is now stuck. So here's what I'm going to do to remove it. I'm going to take out my handy dandy multi-tool, use the pliers to gently squeeze and turn, and bam, practically brand new. You can also do that by hand. I have done it by hand many times. This one was being just a little bit stubborn, and because the cyanoacrylate dries as hard as it does, it can cut up your hands, so I'd recommend using a tool. And that's it. Alrighty, questions, comments, concerns, jokes, riddles, funny stories, put them in the comments below. I make no promises about responding to anybody, but if I can, I will. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.